Recently, we had the chance to watch Monkey Man on its first day of release in Canada. Well, at least one of us did. It's a shame that the film has been denied release in India, the place where the action unfolds in Dev Patel's directorial debut. And now that we have watched it, that is, one of us has watched it, we kind of get it why. It starts with a mother narrating the story of Hanuman to her son, the monkey god. We hear how the hungry baby Hanuman was eating mangoes from a tree and thereby witnessed the sun through the branches. He mistook it for a large mango and tried to pluck it from the sky before the other gods intervened and collectively snatched all powers from him. But the apparently powerless Hanuman still remains a god, worshipped by the mother-son duo. The film hints at the images of God and its conflicting perceptions that are there since the dawn of existence. With the advent of time, the collective reflection of how we worship God, what God meant to each of us, and how this idea we perceive changes. The film intelligently cuts from the mother-son sequence to a current Mumbai underbelly where an underground MMA-style gamble match is happening. Tiger, the ringleader, played by Shalto Copley, says that we have Hindus, Muslims and perhaps a few Christians here. But for all of us, the unifying god is Indian rupees. Therein we see the first glimpse of our monkey-masked protagonist, superbly portrayed by Dev Patel, who like others in the crowd is aimlessly searching for God or the meaning of it. The MMA happens in a shady Mumbai underbelly. The wealth cap that surrounds works as a reflection of Kali Yuga, where human beings are driven by conflict and sin. In an allegory to current India, the have-nots buried under the slums are juxtaposed with the skyscrapers of the maximum city, with everyone having one goal in mind: money. Sharon Meer's cinematography and Pawaz Sawat Chaimet's production design set the tone for this Kali Yuga that is grim, dark, brutal, and therein the kid, a firm believer of Lord Hanuman, is trying to avenge his mother's murder. Dev Patel transcends this simple tale of revenge into a socio-political critique of a decaying culture through the inspiring writing of Paul Angunawella and John Coley alongside him. We see a world whose perception of God is so broken that they are easily manipulated by fake godmen whose only mode of survival is instilled hatred, hatred towards the weak, hatred towards minorities, hatred towards the poor, and they are aided by the ruling party who plays with these vulnerabilities of gullible citizens as the country, society, heads down to doom. The kid's wrongdoer is a godman and a senior police officer, impactfully played by Makrand Deshpande and Sikander Kher. Makarand's Baba Shakti is a cult driven by what has been called the sovereign part of India, who wants to protect the culture and religion of majority, as we see images of minorities, women, transgenders getting assaulted, and the line between real and real grows thinner with every sequence. It's the lawlessness of a society that, with wrong understanding of its god, cultural roots, that merely turns into a cult mob, thereby leaving everyone clueless at a personal level. So is our protagonist, the monkey man, with a religion-like obsession of revenge without any structure of thought or approach. As the film moves towards his quest of vengeance, it goes back and forth, focusing on the Hanuman story that his mother narrated, with glimpses of his harrowing past. At some point, the film clearly shows how the wealthy or those with absolute power think themselves as God and control the narrative. Queenie, played by a terrific Ashwini Kalsekar, warns our hero to mind his business and stay out of the reach of these gods and godmen. And in this mess, we have Sobhita Dhulipala, the helpless Sita in her Kali Yuga exile, in a world devoid of Ram. We wish this subplot and subtext could have been exploited further, thus adding more layers to the film. Amidst the hopelessness, Patel's narrative carefully plants a sect of transgenders, led by Vipin Sharma, in a career-defining role as the sect leader Alpha. Alpha deconstructs the concept of alpha male, a contemporary point of discussion in our movies. Thankfully, Monkey Man takes a sane route explaining the existence of conflicting facets within the same body and mind. Alpha instills the significance of gods within ourselves, with the existence of both Parvati and Shiva within us, literally pointing at a sculpture of Ardhanarishwar. The film suggests that the harmony of opposites within us is our strength, which when utilized for the betterment of society, upliftment of marginalized, makes us God in the true sense. And that's what the idea of Hanuman depicts. This sets the tone for the superlative second half as Alpha becomes the do-card for our own Bruce Wayne, giving the monkey man a direction to his purpose. The purpose to rise above personal revenge and fight for upliftment of the needy. The entire sequence of training of the kid is one of the finest we have seen in recent times, where tabla maestro Zakir Hussain is astutely playing his tabla as Dev Patel trains to its beats. And then we have the grand climax with finely choreographed John Wick-inspired action sequences, yet with a distinct flavor of its own that will be a treat for cine lovers. You will thoroughly enjoy Mia's camera work as it moves from POV shaky, blurred shots to give the sense of realism within the breakneck pace and squirm-inducing brutality. And as for Dev Patel, if the Green Knight advocated how he has matured as an actor, Monkey Man turns him into a director of much promise with a long road visible from here on. However, once the pulsating film ends, as you walk out of the theatre, you think beyond the choreographed actions, earnest performances, and the craftsmanship. You think about the societal decadence driven by the sinner godmen, power-hungry politicians, and corporate structures that are pushing the world towards an eventual meltdown. Monkey Man resonates as we read about societal meltdowns, case-shaped economy, heinous crimes, and the powerful controlling the narrative to suit their agenda, giving the unemployed masses the dopamine of organized religion for survival. The idea of a one-man revenge machine is hardly a fresh idea. But way off from being a templated crowd pleaser, Monkey Man leaves its marks for its real-world metaphors and mythological symbolisms, even with its share of incongruities. The film might not get an India release right now, but hopefully it emerges online sometime soon. Do watch this blast of a movie whenever you get the opportunity, for it is meant for you.